Absolute Radio is where you can hear Prince, Mumford and Sons,
I will wait for you,
and The Killers.
Can you read my mind?
Absolute Radio,
where real music matters.
Absolute Radio is the home of rock and roll football. Barclays Premier League football commentary every Saturday afternoon.
It was going to be a cheese grater special. No, I know, but I would have made it sound good. I forgot the cheese grater. So instead, when we come back, I shall tell you the story. I was in a cab today and it crashed. It was very, very uncomfortable. I didn't do completely the right thing, but I think I did some of the right thing. I need your help. I'll speak to you after this.
Guess who just got back today?
I don't know if anybody out there would have seen me on this morning. I was off my face. I had a terrible headache. And I asked someone if they had any aspirin. They said, oh, no, I've got this instead. And she handed me these 2 yellow tablets. And I was like, hey, yeah, OK, cool. And I took them, and boy, oh boy, they were very, very strong. I could see music and hear colours. It was incredible. I was kind of tripping around Eamon Holmes' face. It was very, very bizarre. I was once tripping on morphine when I had to interview Malcolm McLaren. The morphine had been given to me by a doctor. It was for medical reasons, but I was in no fit state to interview someone who was... how can we put it? He was being awkward. He was being awkward that night. He was doing the thing of not answering questions or just giving one-word answers or just nodding. And it was the first episode of a new series of a show, and I was... Anyway, if you did see me on this morning, I was off my face. I apologise. Anyway... So the thing that happened is, on the way back, they give you very, very nice cars. Very, very nice cars. And I had a very nice car. Slightly grumpy driver, but maybe that's a bit harsh. That was a bit harsh. He did drive me in, and I asked if we could have the radio on, and he turned it on. Very quietly. Just loud enough that I could hear there was something going on, but not loud enough for me to actually make out the words. Any normal person would, of course, say, could you turn it up? But I'm not very good in real-life situations. I struggle. Anyway... We're driving back, and he did a couple of driving things that were not brilliant. He kind of overshot a turn on the Holloway Road and had to sort of double back on himself, and it was a little bit hairy. And he did something else that wasn't great, but it was fine. And then we're driving at Hornsey Lane, I think it is, which is in North London. It's a long road. And there were some traffic lights we were coming up to, and they were red. And there were cars stopped in front of it, and he obviously wasn't paying attention, and bam! He went into the back of this car. Now, we're in quite a nice... it was like a Merc or something. It was a nice car. It was a well-built car. Like a car that could withstand an impact. And we went into like a crappy sort of purple... I don't know what it was, a Fiesta or something. I don't know, a Honda. I don't know cars. Why would I know cars? And it was a loud bang, and it kind of brought the driver around, and I was a bit, ooh... and we stayed there because the lights were red, and then the lights changed, and the car in front sort of drove off, and this is where it got confusing, right? This is where it got confusing. Me and the driver hadn't said anything at the moment. And the car drove on a bit, the one in front of us drove on a bit, and turned left around the corner, and it looked like, for a second, it was going to drive away. But then I saw the driver... pull over to the pavement and kind of wave as if to say, I'm here. My driver took this as the car's driven off, and he zoomed off. And then he went through a couple of kind of back roads, almost as if he were hiding from this driver. I don't know. And I'm sat down thinking, no, what has just happened here this is not right. This is not right at all. This is what I would like to call a bad thing has happened. But I didn't say anything. Instead, all I did was I texted my wife saying, oh my God, the driver's just crashed into someone who's driven off. And I tweeted it. Of course I tweeted it. What else am I going to do in this day and age? I'm going to jeopardise my career and tweet things that I shouldn't tweet. Anyway. And all the time I'm thinking, I can't say anything. The moment has gone. I cannot say anything to this guy. Because I can't handle real-life confrontations. You know, I'm Billy Big Balls on the radio. In real life, I'm very, very timid and suffer from low self-esteem. I couldn't bring myself to say anything. But all the time, the further away we were getting, the more and more rotten I was beginning to feel about the whole thing. I think, well, what would it been me? And yeah. So I decided to say something. And as we got to where we were going, and this was about 5 minutes after the incident happened, there was a good distance. And I said, all right, mate, if you just pull up here, because I'm meeting my wife. By the way, and this took up all of my kind of strength to say this. By the way, I just want to say, when you didn't stop for that guy, it made me feel very uncomfortable. This is what I said, Eloise. This is... And he sort of looked at me and went, what? I said, well, when you hit the back of the car and you drove away, it made me feel very uncomfortable. I'm not having a go, I'm just saying that it made me feel uncomfortable that you didn't stop. Well, Ian, he drove off. I said, well, no, he didn't. He did drive. No, he didn't. I saw him pull over and he waved. And then he said, oh, in that case, Ian, I'm very sorry, I will drive back. Now, of course, I don't expect he did. Maybe he did drive back, I don't know. So the first wrong thing I did was I didn't say something immediately he hit the car. Or immediately after we drove past. I didn't say something then, and I should have said something then, definitely. By the way, if you want to guide me on this, 0330 123 1215. So I said something, so I felt kind of good that I'd said something. But then after that, I thought I've not done enough. Now this, Eloise, is where I'm not sure if I did the right thing or not, right? I phoned up the cab company and said, I was in one of your cabs, he hit a car and he drove away, and I don't, I'm not phoning up to get anyone in trouble or anything like this, but it made me feel very uncomfortable that he drove away. Should I have phoned up his work?
Yes.
Really? Because he might lose his job as a result, and these are hard times.
Well...
Tough economic times.
He did a bad thing.
He did do a bad thing, didn't he?
Yeah, and... you see, as you know, this happened to me.
Someone went into your car and drove away.
And I was so upset and furious that someone could do that.
Yeah.
I thought it was really low.
Yeah.
And even if this was a genuine mistake, I think that you did the right thing because you didn't say that you wanted him to get sacked or anything like that. You were just making them aware because he might not have gone back.
Yeah, I would be surprised.
That company, the driver that got hit might have noted what company it was.
Yeah.
And so...
I told my wife this, thinking, oh, she's going to love me. You know, it's her birthday and I'm going to look like a hero because I said something. And she said, why didn't you say something when he drove off? Yeah. And I said, I can't. I can't do the confrontation thing.
But she understand that would have took you a lot.
It would have taken me. It took me a lot to say even that. But she now thinks less of me because I didn't say something at the time.
In an ideal world, at the time, but it is very scary, and you don't know whether it's your place to say it or not.
Do you think less of me because I didn't say something? As someone who's been in the receiving end of a shunt or two,
you did in the end,
yeah.
And hopefully.
Yeah.
He would have gone back, but it wouldn't have been any use that he'd have gone back. But no, I think that it was unfortunate that you were in the middle of it, and I think in the circumstances you did okay.
I picked up some bad karma. Let's just see what line one has to...
No, he's picked up the bad karma. You shouldn't get any of it.
Line one, what do you reckon?
Yeah, it's Leslie. I was your driver this morning. You shafted me big. I got no income now. So sad.
You sound sad, Leslie. What are you doing? Are you giving someone a piggyback? Are you crying?
Yeah. I got no income. Who's going to buy my children's sandals? I hope you can sleep tonight.
What are you doing?
Masturbate.
Okay. I hope I can sleep tonight because I couldn't sleep at all last night. Too humid.
I've just seen from Fandango that it's going to be 30 degrees tomorrow.
30 degrees tomorrow. Oh, I don't mind the heat. It's the humidity I can't stand.
Yeah.
0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. I need your advice. Of course I should have said something after the crash, but I knew there was no way that was ever going to happen. Did I say enough to him? And should I have phoned up... The real big question I've got in my head is, should I have phoned up the company that employed this guy, or was that kind of a low, underhand, bad thing to do? Should I have? 0330 123 1215. We will be doing other things tonight as well. We won't be doing the cheese grater. We're going to do the cheese grater tomorrow. Tomorrow... What?
It just sounds funny.
It does sound funny, but I swear to God, it's going to be a great show. Have your cheese graters ready, and we're going to analyse the cheese graters. The bootleg special we're doing next Tuesday, for those who are wondering. But yeah, tomorrow's cheese graters. And also tonight, I thought it might be nice. We had quite a heavy show yesterday. We're going to have a bit of a heavy show tonight. I've been, Eloise and I, by pure coincidence, last week, were singing is it singing in canon?
In canon.
We were singing in canon. Not together, but maybe we'll do that a bit later on. If you'd like to phone up and sing in canon, what was the song you can do in canon?
Kookaburra sits in the old oak tree, merry, merry king of the bushes.
Okay, you can do that. Don't give them too much, Eloise. Leave them wanting more.
Yeah.
Is my philosophy. If you want to sing that with Eloise, the ones I know are London's Burning and Frere Jacques. And then later on, we're going to put it to the test. I don't know, does it work with only specific songs, or can you sing in canon with any song? I mean, could you sing, for example, this nonsense in canon? I don't know. Maybe we'll try it later on. 0330 123 1215. And any old balls you want to phone up and talk about, we shall do that tonight. Absolute Radio, 11 till 1. Yes.
It's time to change now.
Iain Lee. It's about love and life. And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Hello, dear listener. Iain Lee, Absolute Radio. Mondays to Thursdays, 11 till 1 yes. Bobby's in Eastbourne. Hello, Bobby.
How much? You can stay here.
Oh, Bobby's having a chat with someone.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Well, you were, I heard you.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know I was going to be talking to you, did I?
Well, no, but you were having a chat.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ian.
No, I'm not having a go, but I just said you were having a chat and you said that you weren't.
Yeah, no, but I was on the line for like 10 minutes.
You're on the line for 3 minutes and 48 seconds.
Oh.
I've got a little clock in front of me that tells me exactly how long
Right, listen, Ian.
you've been on the line for.
Ian. Ian.
Yes?
Eloise has told me, I'll just wait. We put you on hold.
Well, yeah, no, listen. You're disagreeing with stuff that I'm agreeing with.
No, I actually believe you. I know what you say is gospel.
You were having a conversation. You said no, you weren't. You said Eloise put you on hold. Well, you were on hold, but you were on for 3 minutes 40 seconds, not 10 minutes.
But Ian, can I talk about something?
And you knew that we were going to put you through because that's why you phoned up, is to be put through.
I know, but I wanted to know about the car accident. Who had the car accident, Louisa or you?
Who's Louisa? Louisa Baldini?
Yes, that woman.
What, from BBC News?
Yes.
What's she got to do with anything?
No, she ain't got to do nothing with anything. Right, but what I'm saying is you were talking about grass in the fellow up.
Who were you having a conversation with?
Well, listen, I was about 7 minutes late on the radio tonight.
Okay.
Right. But
imagine if I'd been 7 minutes late on the radio tonight. I'd be in terrible trouble. I know for a fact my boss is
7 minutes late because when I walked in,
yes,
it was literally.
My boss is listening tonight. There's some guy on Twitter has posted. Let me just read this. This is very funny. It's not that funny, but it made me laugh. At producer Scott, right? I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
Has posted. Driving to Newcastle via the M62 A1M in an hour or so. What's best late night radio I can listen to? Preferably, preferably not just back-to-back hits, right? And then my boss, whose Twitter name is at C Dickens. I don't know why he's called Mr. Grace. Is his real name? Has tweeted. I'm talking. Try at Iain Lee 12:15 a.m. Right? Yeah. So he thought, this is Mr. Grace, who's a very powerful man in the radio, very well respected, rightfully so, because he's a lovely bloke.
Yeah.
So then producer Scott has
David, shut up, man.
Yeah, shut up, man. So then, so then this producer Scott has tweeted to at Stuart Clarkson. No idea who that is. Done. Yeah. No other suggestions of good late night radio came through. He's listened to Tony Livesey on 5 Live.
Listen, Monday to Thursday. I've been listening to this for like 4 years.
I'm talking to. Anyway, so our producer Scott is listening to Tony Livesey. Everybody, tweet at producer Scott. And tell him he should be listening to me now, for God's sakes. Tell him.
What's his name?
At producer Scott, and it's Scott with 2 T's.
Producer Scott.
At producer Scott. Are you on Twitter, Bobby?
No, Facebook. Can we not do Facebook?
You could. No, it's Twitter.
I am on Twitter, but I ain't been on Twitter for years. I can get on Twitter.
Get on Twitter and send a message, a nice message. I don't want anything rude or nasty.
No, I'm not going to be rude.
Good.
He's not on Twitter, but he's a twit. David.
Very clever, David, but shut up. Please tell your boyfriend to shut up
hang
now.
Up on me, David. Just shut up. I need to talk to Iain.
Okay,
about
so
serious.
at producer Scott, tell him he should be listening to me now. If we can get one extra listener.
But he should know anyway. Iain.
Yes.
Well, all I want to say, right, is about the car. Shut up, David.
Shut up, David.
David, be quiet. Right, listen, about the car.
Yes.
Who crashed into the car? Because I walked in like at 7 minutes past 11.
Well, you have to get the podcast.
No, I haven't got a podcast. My phone, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, I try and get the podcast
Yeah.
for, like, because you went off for a week, didn't you?
Yeah.
So I tried to get the podcast for, like, whoever recovered over you lot for the week.
Who recovered over me? You
don't
don't
have a podcast.
You don't even know the word covered.
I said recovered.
Yeah, but that's not the right word. That is an incorrect word. You don't know the word covered.
Recovered is a word. If you go away for a week...
No, it's not. It's covered.
Well, recovered. No, I say recovered.
You don't recover
Because you lot are so good. You lot are so good.
Can you speak? Are you an alien that's been monitoring our Earth radio signals to learn our language? Because it sounds like English, but it's not quite right.
Ian, no, seriously, okay, Lynn, listen. What I'll say is this, right? Okay,
Yes.
you was off for a week.
You're correct. I was in Dorset,
for a week, yeah?
shooting a zebra. Yes.
Right. What I will say is Louisa and you work very good together. I just want to know who crashed into whose
Louisa you're
car.
talking
She's talking about Louisa Baldini, a friend of my wife's who works at BBC News. I don't know.
Nice?
No,
I've only met her
the girl
once.
that works with you every Monday to Thursday.
Well, that's Eloise.
Eloise. Come on, Louisa, Eloise. You know who I'm talking about, Ian.
Well, I don't, because you said two completely different names.
But listen, every time I ring, I have to talk to you. Why can't I talk to Eloise?
Go on, then.
I'll talk to Eloise then. Because I reckon it was her who had the crash anyway.
Well, it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't?
No.
Well, you better put Ian back on then.
I don't want to talk to you anymore now.
No, Ian, please. No, Ian, please. I want to tell you about my car last night.
Was he for real? I can't believe it. Come
I
on.
want to talk to him more.
Well, I'll give you his phone number. You can phone him tomorrow. Come on, you can do better than that, can't you, dear listener? 0330 123 1215 and send messages to @ProducerScott. No idea who he is, but get him to listen to us. We need as many listens as we can get, for God's sakes. Right, let's see who we've got. Adam!
Hello.
Hello, Adam. What can I do for you this evening?
I'm a podcast listener.
Good for you. Well done. We like you.
What
by
are
the
you
way,
talking about?
in the month of September, we'll be giving away £1 million to one of our podcast listeners. I'm joking, of course.
Really?
No,
How can we enter?
everyone who downloads a podcast in September will be given a shiny penny.
Okay, I'm up for that.
Again, that's actually not true, just in case, I know Ofcom have loosened their grip slightly, but perhaps they would take me at my word and I'd have to pay out 27 pence. Anyway, Adam, what can I do for thee?
Maybe a topic suggestion.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Can we find the best band?
Sorry?
Can we find the best band?
Okay. Is it as simple as it sounds, or is there a cunning trap door?
Well, you have to justify why you think it's the best band.
Okay.
I can start it off.
Please do. Let's
and end the topic, because this is the best band.
Okay. Are you going to say the N-Dubs? Because they are good.
No.
No?
No. You haven't heard of them. They're called Dream Theatre.
Oh, hang on a second. Of course I've heard of Dream Theatre. They're rubbish.
Really?
Utter rubbish.
No, they're not. Okay, tell me what genre they are.
They're like emo dark rock.
No, they're not. They're not.
Well, what genre would you class them as?
They're progressive rock.
There we go. Thank you.
How can you say they're emo?
Because that's
not emo. Would you say Pink Floyd is emo?
A little bit, yeah. They're like proto-emo.
Define emo, then.
Ah, well, then that's a whole different show. Tell me why you think this rubbish band are the best band in the world.
Okay, well, it's all what progressive rock is about. It's the
Okay, you're working on the premise that progressive rock is the best genre, then.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, well that's misplaced, but carry on, yeah.
That's not. Well, it's the length of the songs. They just last forever, which is great because it's with like the typical song 4 minutes and it's over with. You want songs that last really good. And then you got all the solos, the keyboard solos, the guitar solos, which really add dynamics. And then it's not your basic 4-chord songs. Hello? Oh, this is it.
So you're saying this is the best? You're saying this is the best band in the world, yeah?
It's a progressive ballad. If you get one of their upbeat songs...
No. You've said...
I didn't say it was bad. This is brilliant.
No. You have said this is... I'm just asking you. You've said this is the best band ever, yeah?
Correct, yeah.
Okay,
why
don't you shut up and we'll have a listen.
Forward it a bit.
No, I'm not going to forward it a bit.
Because it builds up.
No,
That's what progressive is about.
You're saying it's the best band in the world, then you have to take the rough with the smooth.
Okay, let's listen.
Okay.
Let's listen.
So no melody or tune or hook or anything so far, but okay, right, no.
But that's what progressive is about.
Well, no, it's not.
It builds up. It's
that's
slow.
That's not what progressive is about. But
Yes,
okay,
it is.
you've misunderstood the genre.
I haven't.
Oh, yes, you have. Right.
It builds up slow, and then at the end, it gets really rocky.
No, you've misunderstood the genre, mate. You've totally misunderstood it.
Go on then.
Okay, I'm getting. Did I bring my iPod today? Hang on a second. I'll play some progressive. I'll play some progressive that doesn't dick around like that. And you're saying the whole premise of the genre is that it builds up. Is that what you're saying?
That's the whole idea. Yeah, it starts sort of soft with like sound effects and things, and then it goes into the song.
Look, my iPod's dead. Otherwise, I would be playing you track
That's
2.
Convenient.
Sorry. Well, it's
That's
a fact.
Convenient.
Well, it's a fact. Oh, hang on a second, Eloise.
I know the answer.
Go on.
It's when bands push their technical boundaries.
That's what's progressing. Oh, luckily I found my iPod charger.
It's nothing to do with how they've constructed, like, the song goes from soft to
No, but that's
busy.
an element.
No, it's
to
nothing to
progressive.
do with
No, it's
prog
not.
rock.
It's
It's
not.
nothing.
It's
It's
not.
all about all the different technical bits that they add to it to make it
Yeah,
different.
Dream Theater are very technical as well.
Well,
that would be the answer then. That would be the answer. But your answer was that it goes from slow to fast.
That's an element, correct.
It's not an element of progressive rock, though. That's just an element of their song.
You did
What was
say
the
that.
question?
You said that was the definition.
Ian asked you what was the definition of progressive rock, and you said going from, like, building up into like a crescendo, and we're saying that that's not.
I listed a few things as well. What about the solos in the songs, the length of the song?
That's nothing to do with progressive rock, the length either.
Yes, it is. The length
it's not.
is to do with progressive. It is.
It's not at all. It's all down to all the different things that they can do nowadays with all the different techniques that they have of technology. It's all to
You
do
wouldn't
with that.
find a 4-minute or 3-minute progressive song.
Oh, you're
It's
talking
nothing.
out your
It's
arse,
nothing
right.
to do with length
Right.
of the songs.
Damn my
It
iPod
is.
for not
It
working.
isn't. It isn't.
Damn my iPod for not working. Right, hang on a second. You wouldn't find a 4-minute progressive rock song? You fool. Okay, hang on a second. Damn my iPod for not working, but I have the technology to make this happen. Wait there 1 second.
It's got to be worth it.
Oh boy, it's gonna be worth it, baby. Let's just see what we've got here.
Are we still live?
We're still live. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So you're saying that it's all about songs building up, yeah?
Yeah, correct. That's one element. That's
Okay,
not
that's
all
one
about
element.
it.
Okay,
The other
that's
element is the length.
okay.
Correct.
Oh, I'm sorry. That song seems to start quite punchy, doesn't it?
That's not progressive.
This isn't progressive rock.
I haven't heard it all.
Boy, you've just lost this argument, baby.
But who is it?
Oh, it's only Yes, the greatest prog rock band of all time. In your face, Adam. Schoolboy argument shut down.
No.
Sorry?
No.
No what? It's Siberian Cartru, the studio version, track 3, I think, maybe track 2, I think it's track 3, from Close to the Edge, by Yes, the prog
Firstly, I
rock
said
band.
it's one of the elements, and I don't answer the
Oh,
topic.
Adam, we'll say good evening, we'll save you any more blushes. You said, as I played a Yes song, that is not progressive rock. And that, my friend, is... Let's have a second. I know the boss is listening, but let's have a second of this. Admittedly, it's 9 minutes, 1 second long. That's where my argument got weak. But progressive rock, it starts off quietly and builds up.
Yeah.
I've not heard this for ages. Wait till the vocals come in. John Anderson at his finest. Not progressive rock. It's Yes, for crying out loud.
Absolute Radio.
You're listening to Absolute Radio. Absolute Radio Summer of Inspiration with Microsoft Office 2.
OK, 2 new topics there. Can you define prog rock for us? And just what is, or who is, or who are the best band in the world?
Free, that's all that she could bleed. That's why she'll never stay.
Eloise, there's nothing I enjoy better than having a little bit of an argument about progressive rock music.
It was fun.
It was fun, wasn't it? When you're young, like when I was young, like 14, 15, 16, I would argue like passionately about music and what the best band was, and it would. So now I don't really give a stuff, you know, each to their own. But he was wrong.
He was so far wrong that I think he'll go and do a little Google now and have a look. And
I don't think he will. I think he'll sit there fuming and writing dark poetry about how he wants to kill us.
And it will go in a crescendo,
it'll build
like
up.
a progressive poem.
How can you listen to Yes and say that's not progressive?
Well, the thing that got me was it said it starts off slow and then builds up. I thought that was sweet almost.
It was sweet, wasn't it? But he's fuming. 0330 123 12. Oh, we lost Chubby Vicky. I was going to believe she's gone.
Oh, I'll get her back.
Well, only if you have to.
I'll get her back in the break.
Thank you very much. 0330 123 12. You can argue about progressive rock if you want. It's one of my weaker genres. I'm not too hot on it, but I kind of, you know, have a better handling of it than that young gentleman. So we can talk about that. We can talk about the best band. That's quite a good topic.
Oh, he's commented on the Facebook.
Facebook.com/Iain Lee Show if you'd... I do agree, yes, it's progressive. Well, you have no choice. You have no choice but to agree that. It's like, if you didn't agree, it's like saying the sun is blue. I stand by the elements of progressive rock is the length of the song, as they are typically longer than 10 minutes. Wrong. The complexity of the songs...
He didn't say that on air.
No.
I think he's Wikipedia'd that.
Solos, and there are some others. His points were length of the songs and the crescendo, the building up from quiet to... No. You can get progressive songs that are 4 minutes long as well, Sunshine.
Yeah.
Of course you can, and they don't...
Someone's posted one, actually.
There we go, you see. Anyway, thank you very much. I wish my iPod was charged up and my boss wasn't listening, and I was playing. It was my last ever show, because then I would play the whole 9 minutes of that Yes song, because it's just a wonderful, wonderful treat.
Maybe you'll get to do that when it is.
What are you saying?
Nothing.
You saying they're going to do a Ben Jones on me? Listen, it will be my last show one day. I'm hoping they let me know that it's my last show. So normally in radio, you don't know it's your last show. You do it.
They're quite good here.
Oh, I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Well, we'll know in January. Well, no, you know, it's going to come to an end. At some point, this gravy train is going to crash.
You could just hijack a show.
Yeah. You hear stories, don't you, about, like, DJs in the 50s locking themselves in the studio and playing the same Buddy Holly song for 50 hours in a row. Maybe we could do that. Can we do that? Can I lock myself in and just play Yes for 50 hours in a row? That would be half a side of an album.
We could.
But then they could commandeer the studio. They can take control from another studio.
We can take it back.
Can we? We can keep, like, fighting back and forth. Maybe that's a plan. Maybe that's a plan. Are you going to Planet of the Apes tomorrow?
Yeah.
Can I sit with you?
Yeah.
Or are you going to be like with your girly friends?
No, I don't have any.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to be sat with like Annabelle or someone?
No, she's not here.
Okay, good. Okay,
Sarah Champion will want to sit near me if she comes.
Well, she can sit on the other side. Can I sit on your right-hand side?
Yeah, but hang on.
Because left-hand side is my strong side for people to be sat next to.
Do you talk during it?
No, I wouldn't talk during the film. What I would do is I'd make some wry comments at the start as we're waiting.
Okay.
Then for, like, as the lights go down, I would say a few things that you would find very amusing. And then as the film starts, I'd be saying things for the first few minutes, being rude about the cast, and possibly rude about some of the DJs in the room. And then about 4 minutes into it, I'd be watching the film. Okay.
But do you hog both sides of the armrests? Or will you take the one that I'm not on?
I would take... So you're on my left-hand side, I would take the right-hand side. Definitely.
Okay, good.
Do you still blow off a lot?
What?
Have you curbed that now?
I resent that.
Okay. Don't resent it. It's not a resentful thing.
No, I resent your lie, your massive, hairy lie.
I resent your massive, hairy blow-offs. Let's go to...
That's disgusting. Justin.
It won't stop doing it then. Agatha and Violetta.
Hello.
It's names from the Victorian ages.
My dad looks like he's calling in on number 2. Can you just...
Hang on one second.
That's my dad's name.
Let's just see... Steve?
Hello, Ian. How you doing?
Are you Eloise's dad?
No, I'm not Eloise's dad, but I know her old teacher.
Oh, do you?
I do.
My dad is Steve from Northampton too, so that was a bit frightening then. Thought I was in trouble.
Agatha, Violetta, we'll come back to you in a second. I just want to speak to someone who's not Eloise's dad. Steve, what can I do for you?
Hello, mate. Yeah, I'm thinking about your little RTA that you were involved in today.
Yes, the road... Are you a copper?
No, I'm a lorry driver.
Oh, OK, the RTA, the road traffic accident. Yes.
Yeah, the accident itself was fine, but you should have sort of rang the cops as well.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah,
Eloise,
you got sort of leaving the scene of an accident.
Hang on, Eloise, we've had a policeman phone up, haven't we?
Yes, and he said that you did exactly what you should have done.
There we go, you see.
Oh, OK, fair enough.
It reminded me of a friend years and years ago, was in a mini cab with what I believe is known as an illegal immigrant driving. And he knocked someone over and he was cacking himself, right, because he had no insurance, nothing. And he said to my friend, "You've got to pretend that we're boyfriend and girlfriend." And fair play, she went along with it because she got a free ride home. She got a free ride. This was like years and years ago.
She could have got one anyways by saying, "Look, you give me a free ride home, or else I'm going to dob you in," and then dob you in.
I'm not condoning what she did. Very, very naughty thing. But this is like in our 20s when we were young, we were free. Stephen, was that it?
Yeah, that's all right, mate. That's it tonight. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Agatha and Violetta, you are back.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Do you want to sing a song?
Do
you want to sing a song in canon with me?
Okay, what song?
Okay, we'll do London's Burning, Fetch a Yen. That's when you should have come in there.
I don't know that song.
Oh, how do you
Just
not know?
run through it quickly.
Okay, so London's burning, fetch the engine, fire,
Is
pour
it the
on
other way
water.
around?
London's burning, fetch the engine, fire, pour on water, okay?
Okay, Violetta's going to do that one for me.
One of you's going to do it, otherwise I'm going to come round to London and I'm going to smear poo on your window. Here we go, I will start. London's burning, fetch the engines, You're not doing it!
Shall I go second and then
You go second, they go third, okay. London's burning, fetch the engines, fire, pour on water, You're not doing it! You've got quite a nice voice, Eloise.
Thanks,
It's quite pleasant, thank you very much. Girls, what's going on?
We just look like fools doing it on our own.
Agatha, Violetta?
Yeah?
Well, don't yes me. Where was the singing?
I was singing. Violetta was singing.
Well, we didn't need... Right, you start it, Violetta, and we'll join in.
You do it. Okay. London's burning.
Right, no, I know what the problem is. Violetta, you need to turn the speakerphone off. You need to put the phone by your ear. The speakerphone is cutting you out, so we can't hear you. Okay?
Okay, one sec.
Okay.
Yep, done it.
Okay.
Okay, now.
Violetta, you start the singing. I'm going to go second. Eloise, you're bringing up the rear.
Okay.
London's burning.
Fetch the engines, fire, pour water.
I don't know where I am.
It's hard, isn't it? And they teach this to kids. No wonder there's so much drug abuse in teenagers, because they're going mental. That was fun, but it's fun though, isn't it? Violetta, you had fun, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had fun. And how old are you, Violetta?
I'm 12.
12 years old. And you had fun, yeah?
Yeah.
You see, so forget going around mugging old ladies and playing Grand Theft Auto on your PlayStation. Sit around and sing songs in canon, or as I like to call them, in the round. Thank you very much. What can I do for you?
We have nothing to do tomorrow, and we only have £10. So
I've just told you what to do.
What have you told us to do?
Sing London's Burning for at least 12 hours. I can't think of anything more fun than what I've just suggested to you. In fact, that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. But when you're right, when you get bored of that, and then you've giggled for another 5 hours, you want something to do Hello?
Yeah.
What happened there? You want something to do for £10, and that £10 is to be split between the two of you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
You're both 12 years old.
I'm 13. She's 12.
Oh, 13. Agatha, you're the 13-year-old, are you? Agatha, you're the one that's 13?
Well, we're both going to be 13 this month.
Whoa. Is one of you 13 now?
No.
You're at that. You're still at that age where you try and sound a little bit older. When you get to my age, you try and make yourself younger. I'm 38, and I'm kind of wishing I was anyway. Right. I mean, can you give that money and get an adult to go and buy you some smokes? I'm joking. It's a joke, Ofcom. It was a joke. Of course, I don't mean that. Someone is going to complain, and I'm going to get a rollicking for that. I have literally. This is the thing. You're too young to drink. You're too old for soft play. I have no ideas. What kind of things do you like doing?
Well, we like walking.
Walking?
We like interesting things. Like I don't know, weird stuff and, like, weird people.
Hang on a second. Let me write this down. So you like walking, interesting things, and weird people. Okay. Well, listen,
I've got an idea.
Eloise, away you go.
You should go on a Jack the Ripper tour. They're a fiver. Interesting people. Walking and seeing stuff.
That is genuinely a brilliant idea.
Okay.
Okay? Are you going to do it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Okay. Thank you.
Tatty, bye.
Pardon?
Yeah. I'm having fun tonight. It's a weird show tonight, but it's fun. That's a good suggestion, Eloise.
Thanks.
If you're a youngster, and this is what we need to... Bam, this is what we need to do, because it's summer holidays, isn't it? The kids are listening. The kids are up. The kids are our key audience. We need to come up with a what's on for kids. You can do that. So...
I've got an idea already.
Yeah, go on.
On Sunday, there's the apple cart market.
Oh.
If you take along junk that that means stuff to you, it wouldn't be junk then.
You can pretend it means something to you.
They will create a piece of art out of it. Oh. There is also a cabaret act.
Well, no, hang on a minute. What are you doing? Wait, hang on a minute. We can do this properly. Hang on a second.
Oh, okay.
We need some funky music. Here we go. That's no good at all, is it? Hang on a second. Okay, hang on. OK, kids, we know it's the summer break time and you're at a loose end as to what to do. Well, don't worry. Listen to Absolute Radio and we'll tell you exactly what to do with Eloise Crazy What's On Guy.
Hi, guys. What you want to do this weekend is go to the Apple Cart Festival. Yay!
Apple Cart!
What you can do there is make your own bits of art. You can also watch hula hoop dancers, older... Patrick Wolves and some comedians, and you can even have a go on some ponies.
Art's not boring, and ponies are cool.
That's the end.
I thought you had another thing.
Oh no, that was it.
Do the Jack the Ripper tour as well.
Okay.
What else have you got for us, Eloise Crazy?
Do you like murderers? Yeah! If so, you want to go on the Jack the Ripper tour.
Yay!
It's an hour-long walk around London, all for a fiver.
Historical.
And there's probably a scary man that knows too much about murder weapons taking you around.
Remember, kids, murder is not cool. We've got a feature, Eloise. We have totally got a feature. Car crashes, prog rock, the best band in the world, and what can kids do for a tenner? Absolute Radio. 0330 123. Don't forget, this Sunday at the Camden Monarch, you can come and see Iain and James Set the Agenda. It's a show that me and my friend James do. We host it. And I'll be singing songs and telling jokes and messing around and stuff, and there's a whole heap of acts on there. We've got a lady who's going to be on a bed of nails. We have Dennis the Russian, who is an X Factor reject. We have Pete Hathaway, the magician, who I meant to phone today to make sure he can definitely make it. We've got the Cat Arnie, who's a harpist. Barry from Watford might be there. You can get tickets. Tickets are £7 in advance. There's a few left in advance, or they're £10 on the door. Sunday night, 7:30, the Camden Monarch. If you want to get tickets, just Google Camden Monarch and, find tickets and stuff, and I would thoroughly recommend it. Tonight, we are discussing the car crash that I was involved in. It was a cab, private hire firm, went into the back of a car and drove off. And it was a bit confusing as to whether the car that we hit was driving off itself or pulling over. I'm convinced I saw it pull over, and I didn't say anything. And I felt very bad. And as I got out of the car, I said, "By the way, I have to let you know that it made me feel very uncomfortable that you drove on." Well, he drove off. Yeah, I don't think he did. I think he pulled over, and it made me uncomfortable. Should I have left it there? Or did I do the right thing in phoning up the cab company and just saying, "Look, this made me feel very uncomfortable. I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but I feel that you shouldn't be made to feel uncomfortable in a cab, should you? Really?" So I had a right to do that, but did I do the right thing? 0330 123 1215. We're also discussing what is prog rock. After a young lad called up and was convinced that prog rock songs have to be over 10 minutes long, and they start off quietly and build up to big. A lot of them do. A lot of songs are over 10 minutes long, but those aren't the defining features, surely. 0330 123 1215. He threw out an interesting one. What's the best band in the world? We can do that. Simple as that. Best band in the world. But you've got to argue it. It's not Dream Theatre. I can guarantee you that. 0330 123 1215. You phone up, you speak to Eloise, and if she likes the sound of you, she probably will because she's nice. She'll give you a call back, so it won't even cost you that much money. Rudd!
Hi.
Hello.
It was my 16th birthday yesterday.
Jeez, your move. I thought your move to England was going to provide us with better quality phone conversations.
Yeah, no, this is good. I've got a ukulele.
I'm not talking about the content.
Oh, right. Crap signal. Okay.
Well, the signal's fine, but it just sounds like you're underwater in a coffin.
Well, I'm talking quite quietly because it's like midnight.
No. You talked quietly when you were in India. In this country, we speak loudly.
Okay, then.
But we have to. But you understand, Rod, and it does frustrate me. We seem to have the same conversations all the time. My concern is not the sleep patterns of those people in your house. My only concern at the moment is the aural pleasure that my listeners are having. And if they're listening in a van, driving up the M6 on 12:15 a.m, all they're going to hear...
Oh, is this any better?
That's a little bit better, yes.
Okay, can I play some ukulele now?
Why not?
Okay. Hold on. Can you hear me? Can you hear this?
I can hear it. It's out of tune, but yes, I can hear it.
It is a bit out of tune.
It's quite a lot out of tune, but never mind. You've only had it for a day. Good lad.
Hold on.
We tune because we care. You're listening to Absolute Radio.
Okay, then. That's good. That's it.
Excellent. You're doing a little bit of finger picking and stuff. Good work there, Rod. Well done.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. There we go. This is how it should have sounded, but excellent effort. Everyone, if you want to learn an instrument, right, get the ukulele. He's had that for a day, and he can do that already. Might not sound brilliant, but for a day, with any other instrument, you wouldn't have anything like that. It's the most fun you can have. So satisfying. Peter's in Harrow. Hello, Peter.
Hello, Ian.
Harrow, Peter.
You did do the right thing about the taxi, by the way.
Should I? I mean, the right thing would have been to have said something as he was driving away.
I mean, the guy should have been more responsible.
Yeah.
He should have said. He should have at least apologised.
He didn't even say anything. It was weird because this thing happened, and neither of us spoke to each other. It was very strange atmosphere in the car.
Very. And also, I just like about a prog band.
Yes.
Focus from the Netherlands.
I'm unaware of Focus. Tell us what their work is like.
Amazing. You should look them up. There's a brilliant song called Hocus Pocus.
Focus to a song called Hocus Pocus?
Yeah.
OK, well, hang on a minute. It sounds a little bit like this, I think. Hang on. Oh, hang on a minute! It's only 6 minutes 42 as well. And this ain't bad. I don't think our friend earlier on would call this prog. And it started off quite loudly. This is brilliant! Fair play, Peter. This is brilliant.
Yeah, my parents used it to me.
It's fantastic. Yeah, so Peter, no, well done. You've. I was dubious. I've been proved wrong. That is excellent.
Nice one.
Thank you, mate. There we go. You see, and I don't think our friend earlier would call that prog. It's good, isn't it? This is nice. Fantastic. We'll have that playing in the background. Isha.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want? How's Chingford this evening?
Quiet.
Yeah. Do you like this song? What do you reckon?
Rubbish.
What do you mean rubbish? What kind of stuff do you like listening to, Isha?
N-dubs.
N-dubs?
Yes.
Why are you listening to Absolute Radio then? It's a station for old farts, surely.
Because what you say is funny.
There we go. You're right. What I say, we'll get that as a quote, and we'll have it on the side of a bus. The Iain Lee Show on Absolute Radio. What you say is funny. Isha Chingford. There we go. Thank you very much. Do you listen all the time, or is it just because you're on school holiday?
School holiday.
So is this the first time you've ever listened?
No, my sister listens to it, so...
Oh, OK. Oh, well, listen, this bit's good. Hang on. See, prog rock does have the problem that sometimes it gets a bit stupid, and this... They're back in. It was only a short bit. There's lots of trolls and gnomes and things. Isha, you've called in. May I ask how old you are?
I'm 13.
13 years old. Can I just say... It's one of life's great pleasures to me, and I'm in an honoured position that I'm presenting a radio show. I am playing Hocus Pocus by Focus, and I've played Yes, Siberian Klaatu, and a 13-year-old is listening to this music for the very first time. Isha, I feel very, very proud of myself. What can I do for you this evening?
It's about the car accident, because what you did was right.
Yeah.
Because the man, he's really stupid, because...
Well, yes.
He should have followed the man and asked if he was alright that he bashed into his car.
I do feel bad, Isha, that I phoned up the gentleman's place of work. He may not have a job this evening.
But that's his fault.
It's his fault? Hey, do you want to sing a song? Do you want to sing a song with me in canon?
Okay.
Okay, which one do you want to sing? Sorry?
Wait. Vera Jacques, that one.
Okay, do you want to start it and I'll follow you?
No, you start.
Okay, Eloise, we're going to do Frere Jacques.
Okay, I can't quite remember.
Milk and I will make them up as we go along.
Okay.
So, Isha, I'm going to go first.
Okay.
Then you're going to go second, then Eloise is going to bring up the rear.
Okay.
Okay. Frère Jacques, Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous, sommelemestina, sommelemestina, I'm wet through, so are you. Frère Jacques, Frère Jacques. I got lost. Well done, everyone. I got lost the second time around. It's very confusing, isn't it?
I made up my own words.
I made up some of them as well. It's nice, isn't it? Isha, well done. You're 13. You think you're too old to sing songs in canon, don't you?
No.
Can you sing? Hey, let's try and sing an N-dub song in canon.
No. Could that make it sound rubbish?
Like they don't sound rubbish already. Isha,
no, they sound perfect.
You're right. N-dubs, they sound perfect. I'm worried now because you said that everything I say is funny, and now you're saying N-dubs sound perfect. We may be talking to a lunatic.
It's funny because you said a mistake.
I said a mistake?
Mm-hmm.
Never. What mistake did I say, young lady?
You said that N-dubs ain't good.
No, that wasn't a mistake. That was fact. Isha,
no,
lovely to talk.
It's your opinion.
Well, it's not opinion. It's a fact.
No opinion.
No, it's a fact, and you treat me with respect. I'm literally 3 times your age. Oh my God!
I'm alright with that. You're gonna die before me.
Not the way you're going, young lady. Isha, thank you very much for calling. How rude! I like we're getting kids phoning up.
It's empty in the valley.
0330 123 1215. A film review from Jimmy the Film Review after this. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number if you want to give us a call. We're talking car crashes, prog rock, the best band in the world, and all kinds of other stuff. Tomorrow, you must be sat near a cheese grater. I know, it doesn't sound like award-winning radio, and it might not work, but I have questions about graters. I'm guessing you lot can answer those questions for me. I trust you. We're here Monday to Thursdays, 11 till 1. Then Mark Crosley will be in at 1 o'clock. If you've missed any of the shows or if you've just joined us, we know we've got a lot of young people on their summer holidays who are allowed to stay up late and listen to this. Hello, kids! Go and download the podcasts. Because they're all flipping good. You can get the Best Bits podcast, which is the whole show without the adverts, the news and the travel. No, the Best Bits is the Best Bits. The whole show is the whole show. There's also the Best of Barry from Watford. There's Shepherd's Pie, which is video, and I think a new one's going up very, very soon, and there's all kinds of stuff. Anyway, it's time now for Jimmy, the film reviewer's latest film review. Good evening, Jimmy.
What's going on, mate?
I'm doing a radio show. What's going on with you?
Well, I'm just chilling, really.
Yeah. What have you been doing this evening?
This evening, not much, you know. Just watching a bit of Family Guy and do a bit of music and that.
I kind of, I liked Family Guy, but then I just found there were too many of them.
Yeah, it does get a bit tedious at times. But you know, I never used to have all this V Plus and all that, and now I've got it.
Oh.
Bit of a problem for me. I get home and it's like, even though I'm supposed to like go to bed or whatever.
Yeah. Do your homework. Yeah.
I still end up like watching a couple episodes.
Yeah.
It's not good for me, man.
Well, but I've got a Sky Plus, and there's all these different ones, and there's the Virgin. Someone has finally picked up on TiVo, and Virgin have gone with TiVo, and all these different things. But I've got the Sky Plus, and I find that I watch less TV now because of it, because I can be more selective about what I watch. So I tape all the things. This is me, Grandad. I tape all the things that I like, right?
Yeah.
And then, when it's just like EastEnders or some rubbish on, instead of sitting there just watching that because there's nothing else on, I go, oh, I've got a couple of Curb Your Enthusiasms, or I've got that documentary about the Kinks on. So I watch stuff that I really, really want to watch instead of rubbish.
True. Well, I mean, I just watch it. I'm kind of not really a big TV fan, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't really get too involved with sitting down and watching TV for hours on end.
No.
But certain things I find a bit humorous, I might watch it.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I don't really touch it. But now I can pick and select. It's all right, man.
Yeah, wicked.
It's all right.
Now, listen, before we get to your film review, you've got a best band for us, have you?
Yeah, man. About a week ago, I went to ATP Festival.
Yeah.
To go see Portishead, man, because they're like, I love Portishead.
Portishead, are they still going?
Yeah.
I remember when I was at college and their album was like the big kind of chill-out record. Was it a chill-out record? Maybe, I don't remember. I remember...
That trip-hop, very dark.
Proper dark trip-hop, yes. Yeah, and they're still around, are they, doing stuff?
Yeah, they're still around. They don't really do shows at all, but they did this one festival, so I thought, I'm going to go, because I've never been to a festival before, so I'll go check it out.
I remember liking them, But I also remember coming in one night, maybe a little bit worse for wear. We may have had a few shandies, I don't know.
Yeah.
And a friend was watching those. I think they do a famous concert live in New York or something, which is like a famous film. Yeah. And a friend was watching it. We're like, Porty said, let's watch some of this live from New York. And we watched it, and after about 5 minutes, we're all looking at our watches going, anything else on? They're a little bit samey.
Yeah, well, you know, it's an acquired taste, I suppose.
But, you know, fair play to them.
Do you like them, though?
Yeah. But you got a film review for us, have you?
I have, man, I have.
Then, Jimmy, the radio station is all yours. Take it away, fella.
Right, I watched the film, and it is called The Fountain. It's directed by Darren Aronofsky. If you don't know who he is, basically he directed Black Swan, Pie, The Wrestler, Requiem for a Dream, all of which are kind of like twisted up films, But I'd seen a few of the films before, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to check this film out.
Yeah.
Turns out this film's quite old, you know what I mean?
Right,
2006 this come out. This film is mad. Basically, look, there ain't any easy way to give a good level of accuracy when it comes down to making people understand the deal with this film, you know what I mean? To be straight, like, I'm sure a lot of people who ain't really up for a movie that challenges the mental probably won't give no space to it, do you know what I mean? So,
I don't know what you mean, but carry on.
But put it this way, if you're ignorant or, like, allergic to thinking outside the box, you probably ain't going to like it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to have to, I think before I lend this one out to people, I'm going to have to pre-brief them on what to deal with. Like, you know, like, open your mind a bit, bruv. Like, this is not like, you know.
Basically, people are going to have to think if they're watching this film.
Yeah, and you know, it's a bit challenging for some people.
For some of these listeners, it is definitely,
Yeah, but Darren Aronofsky's heavy, man. I've seen his other stuff. He's wicked, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's clearly one abstract kind of guy. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Right, the cast. Main man is Hugh Jackman.
Oh, okay, we like him, the Wolverine.
Yeah, the Wolverine, man. You got Rachel Weisz, who plays Isabel, and you got Ellen Burstyn.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know who she is, to be honest. I ain't got a clue. But she's in it, and they're the main three anyway.
Yes.
I'm going to try and simplify it pretty much. You know, it's pretty much based around the Tree of Life, like, in regards to kind of like Mayan history, yeah? If anyone don't really know about the Mayans, then look them up, because there's some deep-ass people, Ian, Flipping hell.
They are. Like, fair play. I would like to reiterate what Jimmy has said there. The Mayans, they are some deep-ass people.
Yeah,
they really are.
Depth pyramids, Mayan calendar.
They think the world's going to end next year, don't they?
Yeah, man. They're on that one.
Yeah.
They got a crazy outlook, man.
Yeah.
They got a crazy.
You got to dig the Mayans.
I dig the Mayans, man, big time. But yeah, basically, you know, the film plays out in 3 different times in history, which is typical Aronofsky, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've seen a couple of, he does it like that, but all surround this whole Tree of Life thing, the 3 worlds are like super old, like caveman killer times, which is the Mayan times, You got like now, like the present, and you got like 1,000 years in the future.
Okay.
The main story is kind of based around like Hugh Jackman's missus having like some brain illness, like a cancer in her brain,
Okay.
And he's trying to find a cure for it, you know what I mean? So, and it's all based around this tree and bark from this tree, blah, 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 blah. And look, it's kind of hard. I mean, it's a mad film to review, really, because the way I'm seeing it...
You've picked a tough... You're not reviewing Smurfs 3D, are you? You've picked a tough film to do here.
But it's a sick film, man. The film is sick, though. I ain't going to kill it for now. I ain't going to tell you the story. I'm just going to put it like this,
Yeah.
It's got... The main point is it's got some sick-ass visuals in it, man.
Wicked.
Sick, proper moving music. Nice music, man.
Did you have a little tear in your eye?
Yeah, do you know what? I was moved, I'm telling you. My masculinity was challenged, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was. It's got bad man acting, serious acting, and most importantly, it's a challenging viewing experience.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I like to be challenged sometimes.
I do like a challenge.
I like a challenge.
It is good, man. So I'm going to give it a straight up 9 out of 10.
Whoa, Jimmy!
Yeah, I know. So I wanted to give it a little bit more, you know, but I've got to make space for something else might come, you know what I mean?
You might watch 2012 or something. So this is The Fountain, and you're giving it a straight up 9 out of 10.
Straight up 9 out of 10. If people call you up and they're like, look, you know, Ian, to be honest with you, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. You've warned them. You've pre-warned them.
I pre-warned them, man. If you, like, when you sit down, make sure nobody's in the room that's going to be talking all the way through the film. And
it's like the
that.
Emperor's New Clothes, right? You can only see the clothes if you're intelligent, and if you're stupid, you'll think the Emperor's naked, isn't it?
It's not one for. It's not one for Harry Potter fans. Put
No,
it that way.
no, okay.
It's not that kind of thing.
Well, Jimmy, listen, I appreciate that your film reviews are one of my favourite parts of the show. When can we'll be speaking to you again next week? What's the deal?
Well, you asked me to watch a couple, so I'm going to give you a call later in the week if that's all right.
Beautiful. Listen, it's Tuesday, so give us a call tomorrow or Thursday, man. We'd love. You can come on as many times as you want. I love it.
Cool, man. I'm going to review Sucker Punch, man.
He said sucker. He said sucker. Jimmy, lovely to talk to you, mate. Take care of yourself.
Nice one, Ian.
I tell you what we might do, Jimmy. Are you going to be listening to the rest of the show?
Yeah.
Would you mind maybe if the listeners kind of phoned in and suggested some films for you to review?
Bring it on, man.
Oh, is that all right?
Yeah.
And you take on board what you want, you discard what you want, and we'll see how it goes, okay?
Cool, man.
Good lad, Jimmy. Thank you very much. 0330 123 1215. We'll take some calls straight to air after we've had a bit of elbow. I want to know what films should Jimmy review. 0330 123 1215. Here's elbow. Oh, no, it's not there. Dear, I was being all slick there, wasn't I? And sometimes you can be too slick. Here's elbow.
Yeah, this is S.Mouse, Smouse, with some very important information. I want you to get your elbows out and slap them. Slap my elbow, you do it like this. Slap my elbow, you do it like this. I slap my L, slap my ball, slap my L, slap my ball, slap my L, slap my ball, slap my elbow. Slap it on the right, slap it on the left. Check my phone, what's your address? My money is right, my money is right. My homies in the ghetto, they is doing alright.
Lippy kids on the corner.
Starting at 11.
Here till 1 o'clock, then Mark Crosley comes in and does his tang. We'll take calls straight to air for the last 15 minutes. 0330 123 1215. Which films should Jimmy the film reviewer review? Bearing in mind he likes his deep stuff. So, maybe we'll talk to you after the police. I've got a sudden attack of the hiccups. I do apologise. Did anyone sleep really badly last night? I slept awfully. It's too humid. It's too humid. Oh, dear. I'm not complaining about the heat. The heat's nice. I like that. I'm enjoying that. But it's just this humidity. And alive. It's no fun at all, is it? 0330 123 1215. We'll take your call straight to air. You can phone in and talk about any of the stuff that we've discussed on the show, or any things that we haven't discussed that you think we should discuss. But primarily, we're looking for films for Jimmy to review. Remember, Jimmy, of course, has expressed that he likes deep stuff. So if you've got any deep suggestions for Jimmy to review, then let us know. It's got a line 3. 3, you're on the wireless.
What's your favourite Philip Schofield TV project?
The Cube.
Look, if you're going to waste my time, I'm not going to bother calling in anymore.
Interesting. Let's go to line... Oh, line 1, I cut you off. I do apologise. Call back straight away. Sorry. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Good evening, Ian.
Good evening, line 2.
I've actually listened to your show this evening. I called to apologise.
Go on.
I want to get your take on something.
Yeah.
Been out to a pub this evening.
Well, hang on. What are you apologising for?
Because normally, I try and catch it.
Okay.
And I haven't.
Okay, well, we'll let you off just this once, but make sure you catch it from now on.
I've been out. I've seen, some stand-ups.
Oh, yeah.
And one of them, he died on his arse.
Oh, never nice, but okay.
Now, because it was a nice atmosphere in that, we're trying to support him.
Yeah.
And, try and laugh at his badly timed, sort of miserable jokes.
Yeah.
And he said to me, "You're patronising me."
Yeah.
Now, in that situation, what do you do?
Hang on a minute. So he's a comedian, he's on stage, and he's done a death, and everyone knows he's dying a death.
Yes.
And so you're kind of just like laughing and clapping and creating a bit of atmosphere. And did he say this on stage? You're patronising me.
Yeah, he did. He made a joke about bread, which wasn't very good.
Right.
Because bread isn't even funny, is it?
What, the TV series?
No, the edible granary.
Well, it's
food
funnier
stuff.
than the TV series. How did he say you're patronising me? Was it in an aggressive way, or was he just pointing out a fact?
It was one of those times where there's one person that claps a little bit longer than everyone else.
Yeah. Well, there's no real harm in that.
I don't know, because you started off in stand-up, didn't you, back in the day?
Back in the day, yeah. I was never very good at it.
I mean, how do you support someone, that needs a bit of help without actually coming across the wrong way?
It's tough, and I always find myself laughing a bit too loud in those moments. But as I get older, the thing I enjoy is if Sorry?
No, nothing. I was just emulating you.
That's okay. Yeah. I quite enjoy it when someone's dying.
But not yourself, though. I mean,
No. Do you know what? Sometimes... I'm going to be tempted. I'm probably going to die on Sunday night now. Sometimes I quite enjoy it when I'm dying now. When I was younger, I used to hate it. But now I'm older and it doesn't really matter. Sometimes you can get a perverse pleasure out of it.
Well, another one of these guys really tore into me. They pick on someone.
Yeah.
I took a perverse pleasure in that. I don't think I was supposed to, because the material was quite, a little bit a little bit dangerous.
A little bit blue, a little bit raunchy.
Yeah.
A little bit adult. Well, I'm glad you phoned me up to tell me that. I don't know why you did, but I'm glad you did. Let's go to line one. You're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello.
You said I wouldn't like Focus, but I do.
No, I said you wouldn't class it, by using your strict definition, you wouldn't class it as prog.
It is prog.
It is prog, but then so then your strict you must admit that your strict definitions are nonsense.
I said the prog genre is loosely based around the elements. It's based around the elements.
He's saying now that prog is loosely based around...
No, not loosely, but it's based around the elements. I didn't say it was a strict rule.
You said that prog songs start quietly and build up loud.
Most of them do, yes.
You said, but they don't. No, it doesn't define prog, because I've played you two songs that are progressive that don't do that.
To the rule.
But I've given you two exceptions to the rule.
I can give you 100 that fit the rule.
I could probably find, if you gave me enough time, I could probably find 100 that don't fit the rule, because
tomorrow's show we'll compare the list.
We won't compare lists
because I'm right.
No, because tomorrow I'm watching Planet of the Apes and then I'm playing with my son. I'm not going to sit in my office listening to 100 prog rock tunes
so
to find
why did you say it then?
Because it's not a rule. It is not a rule. Yes, you could find 100 songs, right, that start quietly and build loudly. I could find 100 pop songs that start quietly and build loudly. It doesn't mean it's prog. I could find 100 prog rock songs that start loudly and end quietly. It's not a rule.
I said it makes prog rock. There's other things.
You're talking. This
also...
was the thing that you brought up, right? It is not a rule. It's coincidence. It's not a rule.
How can it be coincidence? Every prog song has that sort of element to it.
I've just told you two songs that don't have that element to it.
But most do. So how can that?
What do you mean? But you can't. Oh, for God's sake! How old are you?
19.
Okay.
What difference does that make?
It makes a lot of difference. I'll let you off. Let's go to Jesus God. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
All right.
Yes. Hang on. Why don't you talk to line 5? You're through to line 4.
Hiya. All right. How's it going?
Yeah, good.
Vinny, you all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. How you doing?
I sent you a text the other day about a challenge. Did you manage it?
Nah.
You can't say it on air.
Why not?
No, you can't say that on air.
Yeah, but you can mention something, the person's name.
Yeah.
Can't you?
I don't know. I'd let you say it. I don't want to get banned.
Alright, forget it.
Who's your favourite Page 3 bird at the moment, Vinny?
Rianne.
Is she the one with the brown hair?
She's
big.
Hello.
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 Hey, we're just having a conversation about Page 3 women.
Yeah. Well, who's your favourite then?
No, not about Page 3 women. No.
What?
Vinny, you better check how old he is.
Yeah.
31.
31?
Yeah.
Are you vintage then?
Pardon?
Like Maria Whittaker and Melinda Messenger?
Who's your favourite babe station girl?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Vinny, you're going to have to leave this. He's not getting us.
Yeah, I think you should put the phone down.
Hello? Melinda Messenger.
Hello? Hello?
This is getting confusing here now.
This is confusing. Vinny, tell him a joke.
Are you delivering tonight?
How did a chicken cross the road?
I don't know. How?
To get to the other side.
No. Wow. I want to order a pizza, not a chicken.
Yeah, I'm afraid we only got beef.
I'll tell you what I did the other day. Did you see Under Siege, Vinny, the other night, and everyone else who's listening?
No, what was that?
It's Steven Seagal on a boat doing kung fu and stuff.
Yeah, I don't like Steven Seagal.
Oh, okay. Well, the girl in it used to be in Baywatch, for Pam Anderson. I put her into Google. Oof, she's not aged well.
Yeah.
Trouble. Golden years are gone.
Yeah, I was more into
David Hasselhoff.
Yasmin Bleeth. Yeah, I'm a bit like Iain. I prefer dark-haired girls.
I could just hear echo. Sounds like a bedroom or something. Sex dungeon.
Steven! Alright then, good night.
Time on your side,